Private and local order of the day number 1.
Hamilton City Council Parana Park Land Vesting Bill, third reading.
I move that
No, you must call
Mr. Speaker.
David Bennett.
Thank you. I move that the Hamilton City Council Parana Park Land Vesting Bill be now read a third time. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And I'm sure members of the House have been looking forward to the third reading of the Parana Park Bill. We have indeed. Because this bill has now become famous in Hamilton for the time it has taken to get to this stage, and many members of this House have spent more time discussing the Parana Park Bill than some other pieces of legislation that have gone through in the year that we have just had.
Underlining the significance of Hamilton.
Yes, underlining the significance of Hamilton, as my my colleague from Hamilton West says. Yes. But the Hamilton City Council Parana Park Land Vesting Bill is an important piece of legislation because it is another case of the government delivering for Hamilton, and it shows that we are doing what the people of Hamilton want and have desired. And we can campaign on this bill, as my colleague Chris Tremaine from Napier says, because many members will be jealous to be able to say that they've put through a piece of legislation like this that is important for their city, as this is. When you look at the Parana Park Bill, which has become famous for its name Parana Park, which has got no relation at all to the fierce fish that you see in South America, but in fact is a play on names is the best explanation we've had, because George Parr was the original person that owned this property, invested it in the City Council in a piece of legislation that was he died in 1929, and then the 1958 Hamilton City Parana Park Empowering Act was established, which gave the City Council more effective administration and management over the Parana Park area. Now, for those people that have not listened to this debate before, but are in awe at what Parana Park actually is, it's a very small section of land right beside Memorial Park in Hamilton. And this piece of land was originally vested in the council so that it could use it as a children's convalescent home because it had a large house on the property. That didn't eventuate as the best use of the property, and so it basically became part of the Memorial Park, which is just parkland but has a very significant purpose for our city in the sense that it is where our war memorial is situated. And if you go to Hamilton, and you will see, as many people do, and you will see our war memorial, and beside that Parana Park, which has been used as a park for children over the past many years. There is a playground there. There is. And it is right beside the river, which is the natural asset which does provide great entertainment to those visiting Hamilton and to Hamiltonians themselves. This legislation, therefore, is in response to the City Council looking at furthering its ability to use that property in the most efficient way for members of the community. The City Council see an opportunity, a need to have a better control over that resource so that it can actually manage it appropriately. And the Parliament today, and I'm assuming that all parties will be supporting this bill, and that's a big assumption, I know, Mr Williamson, but there will be unanimous support, I'm sure, to do what the people of Hamilton require and desire, and that is to see that this is further vested in the control of Hamilton City Council so that they can use it as appropriately required. During the debate on this bill, we had a very interesting fact that was raised by one of the members of the opposition as to the composition of the land that would be involved in the Parana Park vesting. And there is a slight issue in the sense that when this land was first put into the bill, it was under an older planning scheme, and the planning that was used didn't actually replicate the actual land area now. And I think there was 0.02 of a hectare that was the differential that the very fine Labor member that read that the 0.2 of an acre was it that that read the bill and found that there was a difference in there. But that was explained during the committee stage to not be a problem. It was just merely an error in how that piece of land had been zoned or basically had been subdivided in the past for land purposes under the registry, and that was many years ago, and so under more modern approaches the full and final land area was able to be put in the bill that we now have in front of us. So we don't have an issue about any land being lost in the process, and members can take full comfort from the fact that they are vesting the quite appropriate and right amount of land in the Hamilton City Council, and not any smaller land area than was anticipated. So in essence, this is a bill which is important in the sense of government delivering for and working with local government, but it is important in a symbolic way for the people of Hamilton as well, because the parkland that is there has a very important meaning, being right beside Memorial Park. And Anzac Day was not merely a week or so ago, and at that time we had thousands of Hamiltonians attended ceremonies at this very part of our city, at dawn parades and also at the official morning ceremony. So it is an important part of land that is used by the people of Hamilton. It is used in a manner which the community does find great satisfaction in and remembrance. And it also would be something that I think George Parr would take a lot of pride in, to know that the land that he gifted to the city has actually been used in a very constructive way, that has been used for the enjoyment of all the people of the city, and especially for young people of the city that now turn out to those Anzac Day parades and actually make the land actually go back to its original form in a different way than he probably had expected as a convalescent home, but certainly for the value and also enjoyment of young people, and also the remembrance of people that have gone by, that have built the city of Hamilton to such a strong point that it is, and people like George Parr and his family were important ancestors and founders of the city. So I'd like to thank all members of this House for their contributions in passing this bill. I'd like to thank the way that members took an active interest in it during the committee stage, and from both parties, the main parties and also the smaller parties. And I look forward to its progression through the House and this Parliament delivering for the people of Hamilton once again.
Very good.
Mr. Chair.
The question is that the motion be agreed to.